please help me welcome Kayla Booth and Ethan Keller for a special introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I think of leadership, I think of someone who is willing to step up to the plate and advocate for the benefit of others. I've known Emma Rose for a little over a year now, and during her time in state office, I've watched her grow incredibly as a leader and learn to speak out for the benefit of American agriculture. I don't know anyone who puts more heart, soul, and dedication into the work they do than Emma Rose, and she continually inspires myself and countless others to do the same.
Emma Rose and I, we talk a lot. Our conversations can literally range from us laughing over the fact that we missed each other's messages because we were napping to the most serious topics you can think of. We've actually had a conversation about how she's the cow whisperer. If there's one thing I've learned, though, from being so close with Emma Rose, it's that she's one of the most kind, caring, and helpful people that you will ever meet. Service comes second nature to her, and she's always there to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. We're so proud to introduce our best friend and your state vice president, Emma Rose Wegner.
From the day we were born, we're scarred and torn. We've been scared to sing out loud, but we don't care no more. Life is short, we don't care who hears us now. Breathe it in and let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
Growing up, I loved The Little Mermaid. I sang to all the songs so much, I could probably recite it to you in this very moment. What really matters here is that Ariel is a kid, just like us. All she wanted was to have legs and to be where the people were, and all I wanted was to live under the sea and have a fish named Flounder and a lobster named Sebastian as my best friends. When I look back at my childhood dream of wanting to be an actual mermaid, I realized how silly it was to think that I could be one. But instead, I realized that I was more similar to Ariel than I once thought. The movie is called The Little Mermaid for a reason. In the grand scheme of the ocean, Ariel felt as though she didn't and couldn't fit in. As a younger FFA member, I definitely felt the same pressure to fit in as Ariel. Growing up, I had a few collections of my own. They didn't consist of thingamabobs or anything like Ariel had. In fact, it was stuffed toy monkeys. My collection may have been a tad bit embarrassing looking back at it now, but what's important here is that it didn't consist of farm animals, plants, or anything agriculturally related. Just like Ariel, I felt that I didn't and couldn't fit in. I felt like one little fish in a giant ocean where I didn't have a chance of belonging. I was just a little FFA member. That little FFA member has done a lot since then. Let me take you back to the summer before 9th grade. My ag teacher, Mr. Marbett, encouraged me to compete in the livestock judging at the state fair. The feelings of being that little FFA member made me most terrified for the reasons part of the competition. We all can relate to our first time competing in an FFA contest. Our hands sweat, our feet shake, and we're really nervous. But as we continue speaking, we become more confident and can end up winning because our passions push us to where we need to be. I didn't do too well in the competition that year, but it was a real turning point for me because I realized that people wanted to hear what I had to say, and that maybe the agricultural industry was something I was passionate about. That seemingly small collection of knowledge I had that summer has grown into who I am as an FFA member today. As FFA members, we are a community of agriculturalists, and it's that community that makes us feel welcome, like we fit in, like we are anything but little. However, right now, in this moment, on this stage, is an accumulation of all the crazy, unexpected, adventurous experiences I've had as an FFA member. The FFA community has helped me find my place. They're the people who have urged me to succeed and have shown me what it means to live big. They have big hearts and big minds, and they aren't afraid to show it to those around them. They have big excitements and accomplishments, just like John Bound, who cheers as loud as they can whenever they hear their chapter name mentioned or see one of their members on stage. Big positivity shines through when times are tough, but it's the people who have guided and supported me who has given me purpose. As I became more involved in FFA and agriculture, all I wanted to do was learn and absorb all the knowledge I could. I was so excited about agriculture, I wanted everyone around me to feel the same way. Think about the youngest FFA member in your chapter. They're the first ones to offer help, attend chapter meetings. They're literally willing to do anything to see their chapter succeed. This year, I've traveled well over 1,000 miles and have met several FFA members. One of the coolest juniors I met was Keegan Case, an 8th grader from the Adirondack FFA chapter. Even though Keegan didn't come from a farm, he was so excited to get involved in agriculture after seeing it firsthand at his fair. He soon started working at a local dairy farm, became an active FFA member, and took advantage of all the chapter activities offered. Keegan has found a way to take himself from a regular little FFA member to the big dedicated FFA member that he already feels he is in his heart. Just like Keegan believed in his heart, Ariel believed in her heart that where she belonged was on the land with the people she so desperately wanted to be like. When she went to Ursula to trade in her voice for legs, Ursula made Ariel feel disadvantaged by diminishing herself into an even littler girl in a giant ocean where she was incapable of defending herself. Just like Ariel, sometimes things in FFA chapters don't always work out. Either there's not enough funding, they lose a teacher, or the qualifications to maintain their charter are hard to reach. Obstacles like Ursula try to break down chapters' walls and make them feel as though there is no longer any hope. The Fonda Fultonville Fort Plain chapter has shown this year that they are able to rise above the opposing force and come back stronger than ever as a well-established FFA program. In this short amount of time, FFA members have communicated with people from all over, letting them know why FFA is such an important part of their lives. The Fonda Fultonville Fort Plain chapter is no longer a little presence in their community, but a big one. It's the obstacles that Ariel faced that made overcoming Ursula even more gratifying. It's the passion that Keegan had, which helped him overcome the obstacles of being a younger member. It's the hard work and dedication the Fonda Fultonville Fort Plain chapter has put into making their program thrive, which makes the success even sweeter. Ariel, Keegan, and the Fonda Fultonville Fort Plain chapter have found a purpose to use their voice to spread their passion to the world around them. When we are able to stay true to ourselves and stop letting the unfamiliarity and hardships get in our way, then we too are able to overcome the obstacles that we face. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. I mean, anything that's worth it in life takes a lot of time and effort. But once you've found your voice, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to sit around in your room and hope that the things that come to you effortlessly? No, you are going to go out and do something about it. All the people that were in Ariel's life had some sort of influence on the things she did. Whether it was King Triton and his strict set of rules that made Ariel want to be anywhere but under the sea, or her best friend Flounder, who made her smile when she was upset with her father, Ariel had both positive and negative voices that impacted her life. We too are able to have an impact on others' lives by the words we say and the actions we choose to take. We have to make sure that what we are portraying is purposeful and balanced. If any of you are like me, then you like to keep up to date with the latest news trends and stories. Many of you may remember PETA posting an article this past January that spread around like wildfire from a supposed past FFA member. This FFA member was saying how FFA encourages the mistreatment of animals and how the agricultural industry should no longer exist because of the improper way things are run. Within moments of it being posted, FFA members reacted to it by creating hashtag FFAProud. Over 10,000 people posted their positive FFA stories on Instagram and other social media accounts, which let what they were passionate about be heard. Now that is something to be proud of. With all the negative attention the PETA article brought, FFA members balanced the equation by taking the opportunity to educate and spread positivity about the organization we love. It's all about using our voice to advocate for the things we are passionate about. When Ariel went and made that deal with Ursula, she used that to make Ariel's Prince Eric believe that her lies were the truth. Unknowingly, Eric listened to her because he didn't know any better. He didn't know the evil he was believing. We may not agree with PETA, but there is someone who is a great example of using their voice. Some groups are so passionate. They not only try to tell their sides of the story, but they try to tell our side as well. We all are passionate about something. Whether it's FFA, art, writing, or sports, we all have something that we want to be successful in and share with others. My friend Evan Davis, who is a state officer from Delaware, shared this quote with me. If we don't share our story, someone else will. We can't let people take away our voice. We have to overcome it, but not by fighting fire with fire, but by taking the opportunity to educate them and show them that our passions have a strong imprint on our lives. When Ariel made that deal with Ursula, she had to go on a journey to redefine her voice as something other than a literal noise. Without a voice to speak, Ariel realized that she wasn't such a little, but instead a big mermaid, and that she was able to make a big impact. It's time we take a lesson from our youngest and newest FFA members. Not many of them see themselves as little FFA members, but instead they are excited to zip up their jackets and represent FFA with pride. We have the choice to zip up our jackets and accomplish our goals. We have the choice to be where the people are and use our voice to speak. With every sentence and every word, we decide what we have to say and how that makes an impact on the ones around us. We have the power to change the world. Our words have the power because we believe in the things that we are passionate about, and we are able to use that passion to spread it to the world around us. FFA members, I challenge you not to think of yourselves as little, but instead as big, powerful young adults who are able to accomplish their goals and make a bigger imprint on the world. 24 hours, 7 days a week, don't be afraid to speak your voice.
So speak life through the deadest, darkest night. Speak life, when the sun won't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken heart.
Emma, your sassiness has kept us laughing and definitely on our toes this year. But we're so lucky to have had a year to watch you speak up, especially in the back of the van with her professional rapping skills. Your dedication to this team and to FFA is what has made us such a successful team. Your passion for agriculture is truly inspiring. It's not goodbye for now, forever. It's only goodbye for now. No matter how many miles separate us, we will always have these memories to hold on to wherever we go. Team Spa Day forever, Trisha, Lindsay, Sarah, Aaron, and Kayla. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very last time, your state vice president, Miss Emma Rose Wegner.
Eyes of the broken hearted, watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope, you speak love, you speak